Welcome back to Far Cry 5's arcade mode, the mode that can give you something really good, or the mode that can give you hot garbage. Like a famous character said from the Grand Theft Auto series, "You're going to die, friend!" They also said, gameplay modifiers, friendly fire, no health regen, no fall damage, one-shot kill. Time to one-shot all of them! I can't yell in the microphone at full power or it'll blow the headset and ruin your ears, especially to those people that are listening to this by earpiece. So that'll have to do. Let's see, got quite a bit of loadouts here. I'm not really picky, so I'm just gonna roll the dice. My dice is telling me that I am a veteran. I am a veteran player, and all of these are enemies, I believe. Oh no, there's just two of them. Who else do we have to deal with? Is this just one building? It is just one building so far. Kind of tempted to go around roaming the map, see if I can find anything else. I'm getting some Far Cry 2 flashbacks. This has this Far Cry 2 atmosphere to it. Here's this random dude that's just standing there. Here's another random dude that's standing there. This is just a wide open map, isn't it? The only thing that we'll find is this house and a bunch of emptiness. That's what I feel like right now. That's what I'm feeling. At some point, either my allies are going to be all dead and I'm going to have to kill the rest myself, or my allies infinitely spawn and I'm going to get an auto win at some point. One or the other will occur. I'm pretty sure it's going to be all the allies are perma-dead and I'm going to have to fight the rest, because most creators don't even know you can set them to an infinite life sort of deal. And even if they do know, it is poor map design to actually allow an auto win without a good reason, and there is no good enough reason. Hello, guy with a rocket launcher, which I'm going to take. No, I want the rocket. Now I have the rocket. I'm being shot at, and I don't even know where they're being shooting at from. So you know what? I think I'll just run away. Run, run, run in the forest. This is just a flatland forest. Not very much creativity that's been put on this map. That's a guaranteed. That's a guarantee. All it is just one house in a big, wide open, empty area. Well, what about this waypoint that's up ahead? Is there anything special over there? Maybe there's something at that waypoint. Let's go to that. It's a different house. Well, what's inside this house? Who knows? But I have entered inside the house. And wait, this could actually be the starting house that I was at. This might actually be the starting zone of the house, and oh my god. So now I have to go around looking for the enemies. Yeah, let's do that. Maybe I can alert some just by firing the gun. And yeah, all my allies are dead. It's just me versus the rest. I'm gonna have to constantly pick up their assault rifle ammo if I want to stay alive. This is gonna be a long, long game. I have one of the worst bugs that has kicked in. And that bug is that the NPCs can see me through the walls. So they're constantly firing. Also, there's 3 rocket launcher guys that keep shooting. So I'm barely able to get any movement in whatsoever. Because there's no health regen, this pretty much is a tough map now at this point. Okay, let's try this again. I know how I'm gonna win this, and it's gonna be still a long game. Because it's the only way that I can win, now that I know that the enemies will just continue firing endlessly. I'm still war veteran, according to the random dice roll. And now the battles begin. Again, all my allies are gonna be dead before this game is all over. All my allies will die at some point. There, you're my ally. Well, the rockets have started getting fired. This is gonna be a really long game. I know how I can win this, and it's gonna suck. I'm gonna have to rely on RNG. I definitely need to get rid of the rockets as early as possible the moment they are discovered. The rest are just kind of meh. Oh, I got spotted. Run. My allies are dead. Just run. No health regen is on, so taking any form of damage is gonna hurt really bad. Just run. I have a plan. I do have a solid plan. Yeah, this should be far enough. They're chasing me. They're chasing me. They probably have lost me now. Some of them probably have. I do not have a visual on it. Oh, I have a visual. Nope, never mind. That was a tree. If I had a silent weapon, that would definitely make this mission easier, but I do not. And I have to play without the silent weapon throughout the entirety of the game. But like I said, I have a plan on how to win this. It's not going to be a very good plan, because it's going to take ages to pull this one off. But it's effective, because this map's wide openness can be used to that advantage. Staying in the house camping doesn't work because there's too many rocket launcher dudes and they eventually just keep firing at you. Okay, so they don't know where I am right now. So now the next step of my plan is I have to take one out. Hey look, I got a rocket launcher dude gone. There. I need to take at least one out. And now that one's been taken out, I go right back to the central base. And plan failed. I was hoping I could just take out one and then they spawn at the base. And then I can just take them off one by one. Pick them off one by one. Oh my god, they're like all together. I missed! There! I didn't miss that one! They don't see me. They don't see me. Some of them are chasing me though. Damn it! One of them sees me. Run! Run in hopes that I don't get sniped by the rocket launcher. I took out a massive combo of enemies. Okay. Now I have to lose them. This is gonna repeat over and over again. Me just running around the field losing them. It's gonna have to repeat over and over again. I got no other choice. I also have to hope the enemies don't just spawn right in front of me, because that could ruin my strat. If I take out like a big AoE group, and then they end up spawning in front of me, I'm not gonna be able to shoot them all in time. I just need to disorient them. This is the one time where a wide open map is actually gonna be used to my advantage. Despite a reasonable enemy count, the rest of the map is a classic trope of a hot garbage map. I feel like it's not super bad, but it is just plain bad. It's got an unedited out of bounds. It's got wide open fields, and it's just wide open. It looks like it only took about 5 minutes of work, which I'll probably end up stating one more time in the video later on. I do not remember anymore. This is a map that I actually want to forget. The only building that's here is that single building that you saw at the beginning. The one where I got pinned down by the rocket launcher dudes. The only purpose of that building is to help lose enemies if being chased down, but otherwise you have to do a big, long hit-and-run strategy, because no health regeneration encourages you to do so. Otherwise you just get shot to death because you only have one medkit. I originally thought this was a hard map, and it still is a hard map, but it'd be way too embarrassing to put it on a contender for the hardest maps ever played list. It just would be embarrassing to show this off. I feel like there's just not enough work for that. The only enemies you fight are either the dude with assault rifles or dude with rocket launchers, and that's it. There's no other different enemy variety types. They have no control zones, so they're willing to follow you anywhere throughout the map, including the out-of-bounds zones. Luckily, the out-of-bounds line, like I said before, is unedited, so they can't go very far. But once you come down to the last 5 enemies or so, it becomes absolute torture, because the next requirement will be to run around the map seeking out targets. If you have ammo, it's easier because you can just fire a gun and get them on the radar, but still, this is unacceptable. This wide open map, where you have no indication where the enemies are, is unacceptable. There's no way to improve this map either, because there hasn't been any work done on it. There wasn't any work done. Maybe the plan was to have players stay in that one building and fight all 65 enemies out. That's not happening with no health regen. That's probably can only happen if you're playing on co-op. If you're playing on single player, just forget about any camping strategy altogether, because the enemies will pin you down, I guarantee it. It's all about hit and runs and stealth kills if you're playing single player. And if you're playing co-op, you can send someone out there to die and be a distraction. Do that over and over again for an easier win, but otherwise, I'm just gonna say that this is not a good map. Do not play this. I do not recommend this. It was so painfully boring that you can see how much fast motion is being put on this video right now, because putting it on the normal speed, I did not say much of anything. I didn't say much of anything, so I'm having to improvise and talk more about it here after I've already played it and experienced it. And the icing on the cake, if the creator tries to attempt to say that the map is not finished, is that they didn't tag the map testing. It's been left untagged, so players are looking at this as a finished map, and we have to see this as a finished map. And this map is just awful. And my warning to you is, do not interact with this map. Just skip over it. It's not worth it. Oh my god, finally! It took ages. I found them though. This game's finally done. Oh! This whole map reminded me of a YouTuber named Stealth Perfectionist. They basically play their games in a stealthy manner, and they almost never get detected, and if they do get detected, it's near the end where the enemies are already dead. I'd be embarrassed to show them this map, considering there's only one building and a wide open field. They'd probably take on this challenge maybe, but I think that they'd be too embarrassed to play this too. I don't blame them. Nothing's gonna get over the fact that it's just one building in the middle of nowhere. Barely any work done on this map. Probably not even 30 minutes of work. I know creators that could probably make that in 2 minutes, maybe even 5 minutes, one of the two. And that's gonna be the end of this video because I can't handle anymore after playing a map like that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!